Grab a corset, a few feathers, and slip on some heels. Black Queens from Sacramento are requesting your presence at their Juneteenth event with a Bridgerton Brunch theme. Venetia James and CQV Bridges of the Hundreds Unit are here to talk about their empowering event for the ladies. And speaking of ladies, hello ladies, good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
So let's talk about this theme. Bridgerton, of course, is a hugely popular Netflix series set in the early 1800s. It's a time known as the Regency. Why are you bringing it to SAC?
Well, because it was, during 2020, it was one of the more popular shows at the time, but also a moment where there was quite a bit of social injustice, and it was just a good thing to refer to royalty and the women's empowerment, because we are about women's empowerment. And because our event actually falls on Juneteenth, which is Emancipation Day, also known as Freedom Day, the freeing of slaves, it was a good opportunity to give praise to Black women specifically.
Yeah, and I was a fan of the series, and it also featured a lot of diversity, so I did enjoy that. I like that you guys are playing up that theme. So tell us about the actual brunch you guys are going to hold. What's on the itinerary?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. We have a Juneteenth presentation. We're also having various performances, of course, with the Hundreds Unit. We have a live DJ. We're also going to be having brunch, of course, served by Golden One with vegetarian options. So there's a ton. It's filled with a ton of entertainment. You will definitely hear testimonies of all of our honorees, and that is going to be one of the most impactful things about our event.
And you mentioned honorees, so can you tell us why you're having honorees at this event?
Well, because it's because we are about women's empowerment, it was just a good opportunity to really focus on Black women specifically, because many times we go unnoticed, and a lot of times we aren't examples of accomplishing some of the things that these women have that you'll actually see on the panel that day. So, because we are about uplifting women and inspiration, it was a good opportunity to actually bring light to women actually operating as such in our local community.
Yeah, definitely a nice way to recognize people in the local community. And we were just looking at some of the pictures there. So there's a theme. Are those some good examples? Can you give us some examples and suggestions as far as attire? What would you wear to the Black Bridgerton Brunch?
Actually, you would be wearing something like this, and what Venetia has on right now. So think of the modernized Renaissance era.
Yes.
So we're putting our own spin on it. Of course, 2021. You're going to see poofy sleeves. It's coming back. So it's a lot of full circle fashion coming back anyway. Perfect timing. Poofy sleeves. You'll have your corset, lace, layers, embroidery. And the best thing about it that makes it very different from your regular Bridgerton is Hundreds Unit is doing it our way, our style, which is our color themes of blacks, browns, bronze, brass, beige. So the theme's a lot of BBBBBBs.
Right. And I know obviously you're going to need a ticket to attend. Is it only open to women?
Actually, it's not. Most of our performances, we started out of doing that, but because this is now our event and we are the event, we are opening up to everyone. Anyone who's 21 and up, we encourage you to come out to this event as well as any of our other events.
And I know, as you mentioned, you guys are known traditionally for performing at big events, but this is a little bit different. Is there anything else you guys are planning moving forward?
Well, we're definitely looking to scaling. We're definitely looking to expanding. So eventually we see ourselves nationwide and worldwide. As you've mentioned, we're an organization that, there's hundreds of us that work out to perform at professional events that attract audiences by the hundreds and thousands. So it's typically like arenas and NBA and NFL game type opportunities. And so typically we are part of the entertainment at an event, but what COVID has pretty much morphed us into is now becoming the event, because many of our partners were not ready to be able to do what they normally do. Like some of the example, the concerts aren't
Right.
yet happening, so
Yeah.
we're not performing there. So we pretty much created our own event.
Yeah, you guys have had to pivot just like everybody else, but it looks good that you are
Yes.
still making things happen. I'm going to tell everybody, if you want tickets and more information on the Black Bridgerton Brunch, visit hundredsunit.com.